And welcome to Slowpoke Racing Channel. We are here with the Ultimate Racing League for a fantastic event. It is a charity race. It's an hour and a half endurance race at Spa. I'm going to be joined on the comms tonight by Ian. Are you there, Ian?
Yeah, mate, I'm hoping the charity is going to be in my pocket, but I'm not quite sure about that.
Well, we are just waiting for qualifying to start. We've got 15 minutes of qualifying, as I say, unless they have started now. It does look a bit dark out there, as Bailey does a pirouette, just coming up. He's gone back into the pit, so they're not doing the qualifying just yet. So just to talk about the charities, there are some great charities being raced for today. If you have a look at the description on my channel, at least you can see it is a GoFundMe donation page there. I will give you the details now, but if you do look in the description, it is gofund.me/CA13CE28. so if you do want to make a donation as you're watching these guys race around the track, that would be absolutely fantastic. As I say, we're at Spa. It's going to be roughly an hour and a half race. Just a little bit about the format. Any tyres can be used, so that's the mediums, the softs, the hards. There's going to be a lot of tactics out there. I'm sure some of the guys will be using the hard tyres and going for long into the race before making a stop. Some of the guys will be going for the softs, maybe doing 3-4 stops. Who knows? We shall see as we go along. A lot of that depends obviously on whether we get any of the wet stuff. If we do, I'm sure it'll make the race a lot more interesting, but obviously the wets and the intermediates may have to come out. A little bit about Spa. Everybody knows it in Belgium, one of the most famous racetracks on the F1 circuit. So I'm being passed notes as we go along here. As I say, yeah, Spa, one of the main circuits on the F1 circuit in Belgium. Just over 4 miles long, 20 turns in all. They do have the famous bus stop chicane, although me and him were having a discussion before we came on air as to whether it's actually called the bus stop. We don't know whether that's it's made up. Probably is made up. A lot of the other corners neither of us can pronounce, so we're not going to do it a disservice by trying. But a very famous track nonetheless. Capacity crowd of 70,000, and I'm sure it is at a capacity today to watch these guys. And hopefully we're in for some fantastic racing. Is there anything you want to add to that so far, Ian? Are you still there?
Hello there, mate.
So, I thought you disappeared on me then.
I did do, mate. I put my mic on mute just to add to the atmosphere. Yeah, looking forward to this charity race. This is starting a week before the Normal Championship starts, which Ultimate Racing League is going to be covering the League 2 guys next season. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. See how it goes.
Yeah, great. Well, we just need them to actually start the qualifying. We are due to start at 1:45. We are running a little bit late. I do also believe we've had a change of driver at the very last minute. I think Bailey has been called in at the very last minute as one of the drivers. I can't remember who it was, and I'm trying to see if Bailey's on there. I'm probably looking at the wrong nicknames, but one of the drivers managed to get something in his eye and needed treatment on that, so it was deemed unsafe for him to drive with one eye, and quite right so. So unfortunately we've had well, fortunately for Bailey, but unfortunately for the other chap, we've had to have a change of driver. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if I can find, I did write it down, I do apologise, I did write down all the charities that were being represented. What will happen with the money I didn't say, so I apologise for that. The winning team, all of the money raised from tonight's race will go to the chosen charity of the winning team. Now there are 4 drivers in each team. There are 2 lobbies open tonight. This is lobby 1. There is another lobby open alongside this. The race will take place at exactly the same time. So we have 2 drivers from each team in each lobby. So I'll just have a quick rundown of the teams and their charities. So we've got Toten and Paul, and they're racing for Great Ormond Street. We've got Jerry Smiles and Unforgiven, they're racing for Macmillan. We've got Wadru and Mexi, they are racing for Young Lives versus Cancer. We've got Thomas and Team Silver in Team 4, they're racing for Action Aid. We've got Fitzy and Ice Chand, and they're racing for the Red Cross. We've got Bailey and Neil Farmack, they're also racing for Macmillan. And Inca Holmes and Too Fast for Yous are racing for Dementia. So they're the 7 teams that we've got in lobby 1 and their charities. So as I say, details are in the description on my channel if you do want to make a donation, and it is the GoFundMe page. They're organised, as I say, by the Ultimate Racing League, and Alex done a fantastic job to get this set up, so we thank him for that. I'm just going through some other notes I've got here, which doesn't help at the minute. So we're just waiting, as I say, for the qualifying to start. It doesn't look like we've started yet. I didn't see it kick off, did you, Ian, as I was looking at my notes?
I haven't seen it kick off yet, mate, no.
No, so they're obviously running a little bit late. Let me ask.
Need to get a crack on, mate. I've got to say prayers at 10 o'clock.
We're getting some notes. I'm just having to send a notice to try and get an ETA. Sorry, not an ETA. Estimated time of when we're actually going to start. As you can see, it's starting to get a little bit lighter out there. Perhaps that's what the guys are waiting for. They don't want to be doing a qualifying session in the dark. You can see Too Fast for Yous and Jerry Smiles lining up there for a photo, maybe. Let's just have a look. We've got Ice Chan, a few of the guys out there just warming their tyres up. Some great liveries on the cars. The guys have done these themselves. Some fantastic looking cars out there. Very jealous because I can't do liveries to save my life, but there you go. These guys obviously can, and he is dead right what it says on the front there. Cancer does suck. So well done, Flash Mexi. We've got Wadru in the Mercedes there, in the AMG Mercedes. He's in the Bloodmobile. Wadru also in the Mercedes. The Young Lives versus Cancer. We've got Unforgiven in the BMW racing for Macmillan. We've got Inca Holmes there. It looks like he's in this Supra. Yes, he is. He's in the Supra. As I say, some fantastic liveries on these cars. Paul in the McLaren. Looks like the 650S, I believe. He's got the Great Ormond Street Hospital liveries on there. We've got Thomas in the, is that the Subaru? I believe it is the Subaru. Ice Chand in the Bloodmobile. Have we covered? I think we've covered Ice Chand, haven't we? I think we may be waiting for a couple of guys, Ian, because we only seem to have 12 in the lobby.
Right, mate. Looks like it's going to be a late one, doesn't it?
It does look like it's going to be a late one, yeah. We're supposed to have 14 in the lobby, so 7 teams, two races in each team. Maybe we're just waiting for 2 guys. We've got a few technical difficulties, I've just been told. Maybe it's the 2 guys that can't quite get into the lobby or something. We shall stick. Sorry, one.
Might have some technical difficulties on my channel also, mate.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Regarding the chat.
Well, we apologise for any of these difficulties. We did think we'd got it all sorted and ironed out, but obviously not. Like most things live, things do go wrong, but we will muddle our way through it. Hopefully it doesn't spoil the race too much. Lee Fitzy, that's a name I've not come across before. I do believe he's in League 4. If you do watch the channel on a regular basis, you will know that we do have regular Sunday leagues. We have 4 leagues. Leagues 1 and 2 are in the GR3 cars, and leagues 3 and 4 in the GR4 cars. So as I say, and I've said many times on the channel whilst doing the replays, if you think you can do better or you just want to come and get involved, then look for us on Facebook. It is the Ultimate Racing League. Get signed up on the Facebook page, and hopefully we can see you out on track. Some of the guys in this race tonight are fantastic drivers. They are very quick. We call them aliens. They must be from a different planet. They're that fast, but it does make some great racing. As you can see, Thomas with a penalty. It's not a proper penalty yet. I think he's just testing out the pit lane boundaries. As I say, Spa in Belgium, just over 4 miles, 4.3 miles, 20 turns. It is probably more famous for the uphill section called Eau Rouge. I think I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but it's probably most famous for that one. I think Verstappen came off there a couple of years ago. As I say, I'm not going to try and pronounce all of the corner names. It would be a real injustice if I did that, because I'm rubbish at pronouncing anything French. Oh, it looks like we may actually be ready to start the qualifying.
Right,
so
I've got a bit of a problem here, Matt, because the guys have just told me on my channel they can't even hear me. So I've told them to go over to your channel and they should be able to hear us both on that one.
Oh, right, okay. Okay, fair enough. And I'm pretty sure you can be heard on mine. I've had confirmation.
Yeah, Jerry's just told me you can't even hear me, just the cars, so...
Okay, are you going to have a look, see if you can get that sorted? Is it a mic? I don't know, I'm not technically minded.
I think it must be something to do with this chat thing, mate. I don't know. I'll stick with it, and hopefully they'll go to your channel and they can hear us both from there.
Okay, fair enough. We shall keep going with it. As I say, unfortunately, with anything live, there is also always these technical.
He can hear me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can hear you on mine, so that's the main thing. So, qualifying has finally got underway. So the guys are out on their out laps just to get the tyres warmed up. Let's just have a quick look. So you can see Flash Mexi on the softs just coming out the pits. He's decided to leave it till last, give himself a nice clear track in front of him. So Too Fast for Yous, he's out on the racing softs. We've got Bailey, he's on the racing softs. Looks like he's in the Genesis there. We've got Thomas on the softs, Toten on the softs. It looks like everybody's going for the softs. Ice Chand, Paul, Jerry Smiles, Wadrow. Oh, Unforgiven has decided to go with mediums. Different tactics then from Unforgiven there. Enka Holmes is also on the soft. Lee Fitzy on the soft. Team Silver soft. Everybody else looks like they're on the soft. Neil and Flash Mix. So it's just Unforgiven then. So we shall keep an eye on that and see how we get on with that. So as Too Fast goes through the bus stop chicane for the first time and starts his hot lap, we shall follow him around. In fact, we'll just try some of the camera angles out as well. So I'm just going to try and go on board with Too Fast. As he enters Eau Rouge, is that how you say it in?
Rouge, I think, or something like that, mate.
Eau Rouge.
Not quite sure myself.
And then onto the Kemmel Straight. I do know that, that's an easy one to say, although I'll probably get told I'm saying that wrong as well.
It's a good job it's not called Camel Lips, isn't it? Really?
Right, let's come out of here. So we know the camera angles are working okay. So we'll stick with Too Fast and then we'll go down the order. I think it's going to be, is it 10 minutes qualifying? 10, 15 minutes?
I don't know if it's 10 or 15, mate. I'm not quite sure of the qualifying.
Usually around about 10 minutes, isn't it, for qualifying? But we shall see.
Hopefully it's 10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah.
Thomas there got a little bit wide on the old qualifying.
So let's just, I'm just going to have a look at Too Fast. I'm just going to follow him all the way through and then we can quickly flick down the order to see what sort of lap times everybody's getting as they cross the line. So as they're approaching, and we're going to call it the bus stop chicane, whether that's a made up term I don't know, but we'll call it that anyway. Very tricky part of the course. So Too Fast goes through with a 2:19.3. I've got Toten with a 2:18, currently in the lead. Wadrow with a 2:18.6. Bailey's gone through on a 2:18.7. Too Fast, as we saw, he's got a 2:19. Oh, looks like Paul's making a move on Ice Chan for 7th. So Paul in 5th on the grid at the minute. So who are you with, Paul, at the minute, Ian?
I'm not, mate, but I soon will be. 1 second.
No, that's fine. We can go.
I'm just taking a look at Thomas and Inga Holmes. Which are pretty close together on the qualifying lap. It's like
Yeah.
Inga's getting a bit of a cheeky draft off him.
I think he is. Yeah. Thomas currently in 13th on the grid, isn't he? And
Yeah.
Inga Holmes 6, trying to improve on that, like you say, getting a bit of a cheeky toe down the straights there, and I don't blame him.
No, I'd do the same thing, mate. Especially at my pace.
Well, I think last time we raced, we formed a rolling roadblock, didn't we? And that's how you can win most races.
Yeah. Did it work?
No. I think I ended up spinning off as usual. So Toten looks like he's still out there on number 1. So let's just find somebody else then. So Ice Chand seems to be getting again another little cheeky toe, but from Paul. Woodrow's decided he's going to join in that one as well, although Ice Chand's gone off there. Woodrow's followed him, so that's that. Unfortunately, that's that lap gone. Team Silver currently 13th. Let's just have a look at Lee Fitz. Lee Fitz in the Mercedes, the AMG Mercedes, currently 14th. So Toten with provisional pole with a 2:17.7. Looks like Ice Chand has decided to come into the pits. I think he's had enough. So let's just go back up again. So we're with Bailey. Bailey's got a half-second penalty. Does look like it's getting darker out there as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, hopefully it won't be dark at the start of the race, but
no. But Bailey's got a half-second penalty, which is unfortunate when you're on a hot lap. Currently second on the grid though. No, that penalty's not going to... It is getting very dark out there.
I think most of the guys now have gone to your channel, mate, because I think they have trouble hearing you on my channel, so...
Oh, okay. Well, if you've just joined us, welcome. This is the Ultimate Racing League charity race. As I said earlier, and I'll keep saying, if you do want to make a donation, if you have a look in the comments section, or the description section, sorry, the GoFundMe address is there. It is gofund.me/CA13CE28. All the money raised tonight will go to the winning team's charity, and as we went down the list earlier, some fantastic charities being represented, so hopefully we can raise a fair sum of money for one of those. So we're just a few seconds away from the 10-minute mark, so we're not sure if the qualifying is going to be 10 minutes or 15. So as it stands, Toten there, just following Toten round in the McLaren. Currently on pole with a 2:17.1. Toten come all the way from Hungary for this one. Really nice guy, really fast racer as well. I get on very well with Toten, so it's nice to see him out on front. Well, I think it's Toten now. It's getting that dark. Not too fast for yous. I might just call him Too Fast. I don't know about you, Ian. I'm just going to call it Too Fast, I think.
Yeah, I'll go for that, mate.
Some of the names are fantastic, aren't they? How they come up with them. Like Neil Farmack. How did he come up with that name?
What's the Farmack bit? Is that his surname?
Yeah, I have no idea. Probably is.
I don't ask him, mate. It might be something naughty. Yeah.
Well, he's got his hazards flashing, so that's going to slow him down. Yeah, Neil Farmack, he's got his hazards flashing, so I don't know if he's got a problem or he's texting. I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening. He's only doing 49, so he's obviously got some sort of problem. He's probably on the radio to his team now, discussing something, tyre pressures or the aero on the wing or something. Just having a look. I don't know whether the ball's slowed down. Actually, that could be the end of qualifying. Do you think?
Looks like it, mate. Yeah.
It does look like they've slowed down, doesn't it? I'm following Paul at the minute.
They're all slowing down, mate. So that's the end of that one.
It's either we've had a yellow flag or qualifying is finished. Or they're just waiting for the sun to come up. I think the only problem with the night races is it's very difficult, as you've said before, for us to see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it, mate, to be honest. Not on the comms, anyway.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it passes quickly. I forget what they call it, the multiplier or something. I hope that they've got that turned up quite high. We could have a night, day, night, and day again.
And it's going to piss down, I'm sure.
Do you think it will?
Yeah.
I've not really checked the weather map. Not that it's any use, but we shall see. It'll make it interesting.
If it was in England, I think it would be pissing.
Yeah, and all the crowd would be in woolly hats and scarves now because it is cold.
Yeah.
So as I say, according to the is it Wikipedia? I think it's so it is. You can get a capacity crowd of 70,000 at this track. It doesn't quite look like 70,000 there, but who knows? Oh, getting all sorts of errors coming up now. Oh, the host has ended. They go, oh, this is all fantastic. This is. Well, I'm not sure what's happened. I'm not even sure if we're still broadcasting. Well, like I say, I apologise for this. We're going to come out, we're going to go back in and see what's happened here. Will it let us back into the room this time? I'm not sure what happened there. That's I think a PD server issue. There we go. I think we're all back in. So sorry about that. I'm not even going to pretend to know what I was doing. So it looks like the race has actually started and we missed it. So I really do apologise for that. I don't know what quite happened there, but anyway, we've got Totem taking up the lead early on. Let me just alter a few settings so we can really watch what's going on. So Totem taking up an early lead then. We've got Too Fast for Use in second. Neil Farmack in third with Rudru very close behind in fourth. Then we've got Thomas and Inca Holmes having their own little battle there. This is only lap 1, so we've not missed too much, so I do apologise for what happened earlier. Bailey is in 7th. He's followed by Flash Mexi and Jerry Smiles. We've got Unforgiven, Ice Chand, Team Silver and Paul. A bit of a 4-way battle going on between these guys. Very early on, you can see Paul there making a move. Oh, what's up in there? There was somebody in the middle of the track. Unfortunately, we can't go back and find out what had happened there, but Paul did well to avoid him. So Paul currently in 11th. Now I'm not sure if Ian is still with me or not. I'm going to try and find out. So let me just, I'm going to have to try and send a message to Ian. So apologies again for this. It was that silly technical issue that we had. So let me just try and find Firepower, and then we can be back up and running. If I can find, he's not even there, which makes things great. Oh, I'll get there in a minute, I promise. Right, you don't want to see all that. Right, let's hopefully get back and stay back with the racing. All sorts of technical issues there.
Yeah, it just threw you off, didn't it?
Yeah, it kicked us off, it kicked everybody off, and then the race has started. But anyway, we're here, we're where we are now. So, as I say, we've got in first position Toten, doing a great job. It's telling me we're on lap 1. I don't think we are.
We're on lap 2, mate.
We are on lap 2, yeah, so I don't know why it's telling me we're on lap 1. I love all this technical stuff.
Yeah,
so we've got Toten leading from Too Fast For You's in 2nd position. I'm just going to run down the order. We've got Neil Farmack, he's in 3rd. He's followed closely by Woodrow. Thomas just sitting there in 5th as they enter the bus stop. Chicane. Have to be very gentle with the throttle when you come out of there. These guys all got through cleanly, so Thomas trying to get into the slipstream. Hopefully he can carry the momentum up through Eau Rouge. And then maybe make a move on the Kemmel Straight. I'll just stick with Woodrow and Thomas for a second or two. Everybody through cleanly. Now then, Thomas, although Woodrow is getting the slip from Neil. Oh, Woodrow's picked up a penalty. He's got a half-second penalty there. Thomas having a look up the inside. I think he's going to get that done. He has. That was a great move from Thomas, nice and clean. So Woodrow now dropping to 5th. You say you're back, Ian?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you run it for 5 minutes, mate, and we'll swap over.
Yeah. So as we drop down the order, we've got Bailey in 6th. He's under a little bit of pressure from Flash Mexi, who in turn has got Joey Smiles all over him. Let's have a look. We'll go on board with Flash at the minute. As you can see, we've got Bailey just ahead. Joey Smiles creeping up to the back of him. trying to tease it round these corners very early on in the race, so you don't want to be making any mistakes. Put yourself right at the back. So Flash is now going to be in the slipstream of Bailey. We'll get a bit of a tow around this section of the course as they come up to the bus stop chicane for the third time. So everybody around there nice and cleanly. Got Ice Chand under a bit of pressure there from Unforgiven. Got Paul in this little trio as well. I love the look of that McLaren. I think they've done a fantastic job with the livery on that. So that's Paul currently sitting in 11th. Inca Holmes in the Toyota in the Supra. Not really under any pressure at the minute from Team Silver. Team Silver needs to get a little bit closer. Again, fantastic livery on that car as well. And it looks like he's just picked up a purple sector as well. So Inca Holmes really going for it. Does look like it's starting to get a little bit darker. The lights are on. Oh, Lee Fitzy there, he's got a bit of a half-second penalty. I can only presume it's track limits. A lot of places to get penalties on this track. So Fitzy down in 14th with a half-second penalty. As I said, doesn't help his cause. Going to go back up to Toten. Our current leader can't quite pull away from Too Fast for Use at the minute. See the tyres starting to go. Toten on the racing softs. So I think he'll probably be changing the tyres before the fuel. Although if he's going to pull into the pits, he might as well take more fuel on board. So Toten doing a good job up to now. Too Fast for Use also on the softs, although his tyres do look slightly better. And you can see just behind we've got Neil Farmack and Thomas having a little battle there in third and fourth. For anybody that watches or races regularly, you'll know that Neil is a very quick driver. Also very good at preserving his tyres. So that'd be interesting to see what sort of strategy Neil's got tonight. But at the minute though, he's got some defending to do from Thomas. Thomas may just want to sit behind him though, get a free tow from the slipstream and save on fuel. I think fuel saving will be quite a big part of this this race today. Let's just go down the order and see how Unforgiven's doing, because he was the only car to start on racing mediums. So that's Unforgiven, currently sitting in 10th. As I say, he's the only one started on mediums, so he's going to try and go a little bit deeper into this race before he has to change. So with him, I think it'll be more a case of stopping for fuel. And I'm not going to predict when they come in, because every time they do I get it wrong. But he's having to defend from Paul at the minute. Doing a good job so far. Although Paul will have the better tyres, because I think Paul is on the softs. So I'm just going to stay with Paul and Unforgiven. It's getting very dark out there now. It makes it a harder circuit to drive. you're anything like me, the corners start to disappear on you. You can't see properly. I really should wear my glasses when I'm doing this, but I don't. So we're now going deep into the night. Oh, it looks like Inca Homes. Oh, he had a bit of a cheeky look there on the inside of Paul. Right, let's just go back up then. Ice Chand in 8th. Doesn't look like he's under any pressure at all. He's having a bit of a steady race, is Ice Chand, as I say, under no pressure from behind. Jerry Smiles, he's got the same. He's not being put under any pressure. Ice Chand is a few seconds off of him. So Jerry should be getting his foot down to try and catch up to the back of Flash Mexi. You can see the tyres starting to go now. We're on lap 6. Well, according to my map it's lap 6. Bailey came in at last minute and we thank him for doing that. Called in as a reserve, called upon at the 11th hour. Doing a fantastic job, currently in 6th in the Genesis. I do like the look of that car. It is a great looking car. So Bailey currently in 5th, and then we've got Neil and Thomas still battling it out for 3rd and 4th. It is getting very dark out there now. Ian, what do you think?
On my map, mate, it's getting very light.
This is fantastic.
Technology, mate, you can't beat it, can you?
It's very dark on mine.
It's very light on mine. I'm on lap 6 here at Spa.
And you're on lap 6, I'm on lap 7, so this is...
I'm on lap 7 now, yeah, it's just gone to 7 just now. So.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I'm following Neil Farmer at the minute, who's just crossed the start-finish line.
You've got darkness and I've got light. Modern technology, you can't beat it.
This is great, this is great.
Straight from China.
I'll let you carry on for a minute.
Alright, mate, so we are at Spa in this charity race. Let's go with Toten in 1st place, let's see how he's doing. And he hasn't got that much of a gap, has he, between himself and Too Fast For You, hanging around in 2nd place, buzzing around like a little bee just behind him. So it's not easy pickings for Toten at the moment, with Too Fast For You chasing him down in 2nd. 3rd place we've got Thomas and Neil. Well, we know how fast these two guys are, so it's going to be a great little battle between 3rd and 4th, Thomas and Neil Farmack. Here in the light. If you're on Mark's channel, you're in the dark. There you go. So looking good for Thomas at the moment in 3rd. Fastest guy on the track is Toten, your race leader. 2:18.190. So Toten definitely on the charge for this one. Let's see if Neil can get a little bit closer to Thomas. Giving it his all, isn't he? Probably less than half a second between these two guys. Let's go down the fields a bit more, see what's happening, so we can find some more battles. Bailey, good 5th place for him at the moment, pretty much on his own, so no pressure on Bailey at the moment. Looking good for him, same goes for Flash Mexi, is on his own, and Cherry Smiles, Ice Chand. Oh, here we go, it's a little battle, Unforgiven, and we got Paul. So these guys are pretty close, 10th and 11th. Is he going to go down? Oh, he's fighting down the inside. Is Paul? Is he going to take him? I think Unforgiven might have the line around this corner to make it stick. Oh, really close. Nothing between Unforgiven and Paul. 10th and 11th. Who's going to come out on top? Maybe it's Paul. Or it is just for the time being as we come down to the chicane section. Oh, still battling it out, neck and neck between these two guys. Good clean racing though from the Ultimate Racing League. And Paul takes it over the line, coming into lap 8. So fantastic battle there between Paul and Unforgiven, 9th and 10th. And it was clean. These guys know each other so well. So as we come down to La Rouge, or whatever you call it, through that section down into the Canal Straight, back hard onto the power once more, going through the gears, 153, 54, 55 mile an hour down this section of the track. Unforgiven, oh, he's really giving it the beans, and he's going to go down the inside of Paul for this one round, this right-hander. Oh, and he takes him hard onto the brakes. Paul is fighting back. Oh, great battle between Unforgiven and Paul once more. These guys hard on it. Swapping places every few seconds. Just going to stick with these two just for now because we're having a great little battle between these two. Oh, look at the fuel on Unforgiven's car. Just a smidgen of fuel left. What's he got in his tank? Has he got fuel in his tank, or has he got vodka in his tank? Who knows? Paul has just got a wee bit more fuel than what Unforgiven has got, so I'm expecting Unforgiven to come in this lap, and maybe Paul, maybe he'll stay out for another lap, or will he come in at the same time as Unforgiven? We'll see. Just going to follow these guys round to the pits. I want to see if Unforgiven comes in to the pits, and will Paul follow him, or will he do another lap? Just goes to prove, guys, you don't need to be at the front to see some good battles. These guys are sort of mid-ish pack, and a great little scrap. Just a few more minutes and we're going to pass it back over to Mark for the commentary. Oh, Paul fighting back in a little look there, didn't he? Coming into the chicane, Unforgiven into the pits, and Paul stays out, and there we go. Paul stays out for another lap. I thought he might do. Just had a bit more fuel in his tank, didn't he? Unforgiven into the pits. Ice Chand and Flash mixing Ice Chand into the pits. So goes Thomas into the pits also. Back up with your leader now, Toten. Let's see what sort of a gap he's got between himself and Too Fast For You. Nothing really between these top two guys. Just maybe a second and a half between these top two. So we've got a good little fight up the first top two drivers. Third place is Neil Farmack. We were expected Neil Farmack to be a little bit closer to Too Fast For You and Toten, but it's a bit off the pace at the moment. He's on the racing soft tyres. His tyres aren't looking too bad. His fuel is okay at the moment. There's Bailey. He's having a grand race, and he is Bailey doing a grand job at the moment. Currently sitting in 4th place. And we'll go over to Matt now for the commentary.
Cheers, Ian. So, going back up to Toten, you can see he is running on fumes almost. So, Toten, our race leader, will, I'm sure, be coming in at the end of this lap. Too Fast, he's also got the fuel flashing, so Too Fast could be following Toten into the pits as well. So Neil Farmack, he is okay, as Ian said. His tyres don't look too bad at the minute, and he's also got a bit more fuel than the two guys in front of him. So Neil may well stay out and take over as our race leader. Let's just have a look. So as I say, I'm sure Toten and Too Fast will have to come in. Yeah, Toten's come in as Too Fast's come in as well. So Neil has stayed out. So Neil now takes over as our current race leader. M. Bailey will, as he crosses the start-finish line, he will take up that second position. Toten and Too Fast still in the pits. Now, can Inca Holmes? No, Inca Holmes has got to come into the pits. He is absolutely out of fuel. Paul, so they're all starting to come in now. Thomas in 7th. He's already made his stop. Fresh set of tyres, full tank of fuel. currently in 7th. Now can he cross that start finish line before some of the other guys decide to come out of the pits? Too Fast is taking on fuel, as you can see. Inca Holmes hasn't started yet, Paul hasn't started yet, so Thomas will probably go into 5th now. It's just whether we can get past Too Fast. Let's have a look where Thomas, so Thomas is in 5th. Too Fast has rejoined or going to rejoin. This is going to be very tight. You can see Toten just ahead there. Too Fast rejoins in 4th, Toten in 3rd. So we've got M. Bailey in 2nd and our new current leader Neil Farmer yet to make a stop. You can see the fuel light starting to flash, so he will probably be making his stop at the end of this lap. So let's just go down the pack now. We've got Flash Mexi in 6, all on his own. A very lonely race for Flash Mexi there. Very difficult to race when you're on your own. It's hard to keep the pace up. Doing a good job though, currently in 6. We've got Ice Jand and Jerry Smiles having a bit of a battle there. Jerry Smiles trying to take that 7th position away from Ice Chand. You can just see the headlights of Unforgiven in the background. Jerry Smiles just can't get close enough to Ice Chand to make a move on him. Unforgiven though, he's still on those medium tyres. He hasn't made a stop yet. Or no, I think he may have made a stop and took some fuel. So he's fueled and he's not changed the tyres. Looks like somebody's got a penalty there. Let's just have a look and see if we can find who it was. Yeah, it's Paul. So Paul's picked up a 3-second penalty. You can see the bar starting to fill up, so he's going to be serving that penalty any second now. That'll be for crossing the pit lane line. 3 seconds is a harsh penalty. It's not going to change his position though, it's just slowed him down. You can see there is quite a gap to Jerry Smiles, good few seconds from Paul to Jerry Smiles. We've got Lee Fitz in 12 with Team Silver just behind in 13th. I think we may have had a retirement. I'm sure there was 14th when we started. I'll try and work out who it is that's left us. So Toten's retook the lead again. So Neil obviously and Bailey came in to do their pit stop. So it's back to where we were at the beginning of the race. So Toten currently our leader. He does have the fastest lap as well, a 2:18.1. Too Fast, not too far behind. He's got Thomas chasing him down. And then we've got Neil Farmack in 4th, so there are our current top 4. Try and open a bit of a gap up to Bailey in 5th position. He's under no pressure. He can just concentrate on trying to catch up with Neil again. So let's just go down and see if there's anything happening. Flash Mexi in 6. Ice Chand in 7th. With Inca Holmes in 8th. Very spaced out at the minute. Unforgiven in 9th. I think this is the closest battle we've got. It's Unforgiven and Paul. Remember, Paul had that 3-second penalty, so he's got some work to do to try and catch up with Unforgiven. If they're the tyres he started on, Unforgiven's doing a great job at looking after them. I know he started on mediums, so that may be his tactics. He's come in for fuel, but he's not changed his tyres. Does look like Paul's getting closer. It does look like Paul's getting close. Let's just go on board with Paul. as he's chasing Unforgiven down as they're coming towards the bus stop chicane for the 11th time. Paul will be looking for a good exit here. Keep him close to Unforgiven. It looks like he did get a good exit there. Now I'm just going to stay with Paul as we take this really tight right-hander and nearly give Unforgiven a bit of a kiss there on the bumper. Renting Eau Rouge looking for again another great exit so he can get even closer to Unforgiven, getting that slipstream. He has. Now will he make a move on Unforgiven? Is he going to have a look? A quick dart to the right there. It looks as he made it still. Ooh, let's just come out so we can follow these two. They've been having a great battle. All of a sudden it's daylight now, my end. So Paul and Unforgiven having a fantastic battle. Unforgiven just getting the better of Paul that time round. I think we'll come back to these two in a minute. I'm just going to go up through the pack. So we've got Inca Holmes all on his own. He's currently in 8th. Got Ice Chand desperately trying to get to the back of Flash Mexi in 6th. Bailey in 5th. As Ian said, having a fantastic race. Is Bailey, considering he was called upon at the last minute. Well, I've got daylight now, Ian.
I've got daylight, mate. All good.
It's finally caught itself up.
It has, mate.
I'm just going to go up and have a look to see. Oh, Thomas in 3rd. He's putting the pressure on too fast. As Ian said, two very quick drivers. So can Thomas get close enough to make a move? You can see Too Fast trying to break that slipstream, doing a bit of weaving. As long as he doesn't do it in the braking zone. The Supra, very fast in a straight line, manages to hold Thomas off. I'm going to let Neil carry on for a minute because I need to sneeze. Ian, sorry, I'm going to let Ian carry on.
Ah, right, here we go then. So, here at Spa, Total still in the lead from Too Fast for You in 2nd place as Thomas is chasing him down in 3rd position. So we're going to look at this battle between Too Fast for Yous and Thomas, 2nd and 3rd. Nothing between these guys whatsoever. On lap 13 here at Spa for this charity race. I've got to say, like Mark said earlier, some cracking liveries on these cars. This very special race next week is the start of the brand new 8-week championship. Looking forward to that one, but at the moment Thomas doing his level best to catch up to Too Fast for You, returning the lead. But let's go down the field a bit more. We've got Neil Farmack in 4th. Must admit, I expected Neil Farmack to be a little bit further up than what he is, but we know he's a fast guy, so we'll see what happens early stages still in this race. Bailey in 5th. No pressure on Bailey at the moment, but good 5th position for him at the moment. Then we've got Ice Chan and Flash Mexi just about half a second behind him. We're just in search of a battle for you guys, for you viewers. Inga Holmes 8th and Paul in 9th. What's happened to Unforgiven? Because I'm sure he was with oh, there he is. He's chasing down Jerry Smiles now. I think Unforgiven, wasn't he carrying a penalty mark a bit earlier on?
I'm not sure if he might have been, unless he's just had a bit of a moment.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's carrying a 3-second penalty or not, Unforgiven. That's maybe why he's dropped a few places. Maybe usually in the pitch you carry a 3-second penalty, don't you? So
I'm wondering if, looking at his tyres, I wonder if he did drop into the pits to put another fresh set of mediums on.
yeah, picked up that maybe 3-second penalty possibly.
Yeah.
Which has moved him down into 11th place, but it's not too far behind Jerry Smiles. So a good little battle between 10th and 11th. Then we have God Jesus, I'm sat too far away from the screen to see.
Lee Fitzy.
Lee Fitzy, that's it, in 12th place. I can't move closer to the screen, mate, because I've got my pussy sat on my lap at the moment. Anyway, enough said about that. So,
yes. Moving on.
In 12th place, moving on. Team Silver, my old bud, had some great battles on the track with this guy. Team Silver, also known as Mark. He had some great battles in the championships. So about you, Mark, also.
I'm just having a look here because I'm pretty sure we've had a retirement, and I'm just trying to find out who it is that's retired. I'm desperately flicking through the order, but we seem to only have 13 guys up and running at the minute. So unfortunately, we have had a retirement.
But we're not quite sure who it is.
Technical difficulties or something, I'm not sure. So we're down to 13, but these things happen. We had a major technical difficulty at the beginning, didn't we?
Yeah.
And everybody got kicked out. So that may have been what happened there. So I'm just going to go back up to Toten, our race leader. It does look like he's opened just over a 2-second gap to Too Fast now. Looking very comfortable. It's Toten, as I say, our Hungarian driver, very, very quick driver. Looking very comfortable. Out in front, you can just see Too Fast and Thomas in third. Behind him, Thomas trying to put some pressure on Too Fast. Just can't quite get close enough to get a move done. As we drop down to Neil in fourth. As Ian said, I did expect Neil to be a little bit closer. Perhaps he's just not getting on very well with that Genesis tonight. He's got his teammate Bailey just behind him. While we've not got a lot going on, I will mention the GoFundMe page again. It is in the description if you want the full details. It is gofund.me/CA13CE28. If you can donate, that would be fantastic. As I say, all of the proceeds from tonight's race will be going to the winning team's charity, and I'm sure that will be announced on the URL Facebook page in the coming days as to who the winning team was. There is another lobby with another 14 drivers. There is 4 drivers per team, as we're just following Bailey round in 5th. So there is 4 drivers per team, 2 in each lobby. So it'll be the combined points of both lobbies. I think that's how it's going to work anyway. Combined points of both lobbies, and as I say, the winning team will be announced in the next couple of days, I'm sure. So let's just in fact, we're going to go forwards through the pack, because it does look like the battle seems to be within the top 4 or 5. So we've got Thomas currently sitting in third, doing his utmost to get closer to Too Fast. in turn is doing his best to catch up with Toten. Toten still a couple of seconds ahead. You can just see him up the road. All of them using the racing softs. I think Unforgiven's the only one who actually chose to go with the mediums. It's a great shot of Toten's car there, the McLaren. All looks so easy, doesn't it? I can assure you it's not. Well, it's not when I'm behind the wheel of a McLaren anyway.
I love this track, mate. This is a fantastic track in the light.
Yes, and we thought we may get some rain, didn't we?
I think we still might.
You think we will? We are not far from the 40 minutes. This is scheduled for an hour and 30 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
So we've got, just under another hour. So you're convinced it's going to rain or snow? Well, you don't know now after the update.
A bit of lightning, maybe.
It'll probably go dark again. Oh, who's that that's gone off there? We've just had somebody spinning all over the place. Was it Ice Chand? I missed that one. Ice Chand in 6. I'm not sure if it was Ice Chand. I missed that one. Unfortunately, we can't do a rewind whilst doing it live. Otherwise, we would have had a look at that one. But we did have somebody just go off there. May not have been Ice Chand. Ice Chand, I believe, he's going to have to come into the pits. I don't think he's going to have enough fuel to get another lap out of this. So, yes, he does. He's coming into the pits. So, Paul in 7th. He's going to take that 6th spot away from him. Inca Holmes staying out as well. So that'll drop Ice Chand down to at least 8th. Let's just have a look, see. I don't know if Flash Mex is going to be... I don't think he's going to be able to get past Ice Chand. I think Ice Chand will come out of the pits before Flash Mexi crosses that start-finish line. Let's just stay with Flash Mexi and see. I'm going to be totally wrong again now, though. I usually am. As you can see, now the fuel started to go into Ice Chand's car now. So let's have a look. Flash Mexi crosses the start-finish line. He's got this tight right-hander. And then Ice Chand is now fully fueled. Tyres changed and he should be making his way out of the pits. I'm just going to stay with Flash Mexi. So there's Ice Chand just coming out the pit lane. I think Flash Mexi's just got past him. He has. So Ice Chand rejoins in 9th position. Flash on, it looks like a fresh set of racing softs. And Ice Chand on softs as well, although he has got to get them up to temperature. So a bit of a change there. That's cost Ice Chand quite a few places. That's allowed Paul and Inca Holmes and Flash Mexi all to go through, so quite a costly pit stop there for Ice Chand. So, it's all happening up at the front now. Bailey in 4th, Neil Farmack right up his gearbox in 5th. It looks like they're going to be overtaking Team Silver. They're going to be lapping Team Silver. So we'll just stay with Bailey and Neil Farmack at the minute. So Team Silver's going to have to move out of the way. I'm sure he will. This is not the best of places. I'm sure Bailey doesn't want to be taking Team Silver on this stretch. We'll get on the straight. Team Silver will probably move over. Has he moved over? No, he's okay. He doesn't want to be lapped. So Bailey's got to do his best to get past Team Silver as well as keeping Neil Farmack behind him. There we go. Team Silver's just moved over. Good racing there. Let the two guys who are battling through. So Bailey doing everything he can to keep Neil Farmack behind him. although Neil a lot closer than he was a few laps ago. We're just going to go up to Too Fast and Toten. Toten's still got that 2 second gap. So Too Fast currently in second. You can see it must be frustrating. You can see Toten, he just can't get close enough to him. So Too Fast is going to have to pit as well. You can see the fuel light flashing. May decide to change those tyres as well, although they don't look too bad. Toten will probably stay out for another lap. So that should give him the opportunity to open the gap a little bit further. Or will the undercut work? So Toten does stay out to carry on for one more lap. Too Fast into the pits. Bailey should now take up that second position. Neil Farmack goes into third. Paul in fifth at the minute. He is going to have to pit as well. You can see the fuel light flashing for Paul. Same with Inca Holmes. It's going to be another mad dash, I think. Everybody coming into the pits. Thomas currently in seventh. He's already pitted. You can see full tank of fuel, fresh set of tyres. So can Thomas leapfrog some of these guys that are in the pits? He may well get himself into fifth. What do you think, Ian? No,
yeah,
he could.
mate, looks like, no, I think you're right. I think he's going to go up into fifth position. Or is it fourth?
Yeah, looks like Too Fast is coming out of the pits now. So I'll leave it with you for a minute.
Right, so let's go back up with your lead and see what sort of lead he's got. Oh yeah, he's got a big lead at the moment. My money, I went down to the bookies earlier, put a nice £10 on the totem. Looking good for him at the moment in that first place. Bailey now is moving up into second. But as you can see, his fuel's getting a little bit lower, so maybe after this lap he might be coming into the pits. And he may lose that second place. He's got Neil Farmack chasing him down, currently in third. Not the best guy to be chasing you down, really. Let's go down the field just a bit more. And Too Fast for You under real pressure now from Thomas. Nothing between these two guys. Yeah, these two guys have pitted. Fuel and tyres looking really good. So a great little battle in the dark now between Too Fast for Yous and Thomas.
Did you say dark?
Yeah, are you in the light, mate?
I'd say it's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
This looks like about 1 a.m. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. No comment.
Well, actually, it depends whereabouts you are. I mean, you might be, if you're in America or something, you might be a few hours behind or something like that, or in front, whichever way around. I think that's what it is. It's a time zone thing.
Frig knows where I am, mate, but I'm in the dark, that's Thomas. After Too Fast for You in the dark, or if you're on Max channel, you're in the light. Let's go down a bit further, see what's happening. Oh, Flash Mexi there, big twitch there from Flash Mexi. Just keeps it on the track there because he's got Ice Chan right up his ring. Ice Chan goes down the inside of Flash Mexi. I think he's going to take him here. Oh, nothing between these two guys. Flash Mexi just hanging on. Oh, he's not really hanging on, is he? Neck and neck still between Ice Chan, and Ice Chan takes that sixth position off Flash Mexi. So great little scrap there between them two guys. 6 Ice Chan, 7th for Flash Mexi. Flash Mexi though is fighting back. Comes round in the dark, or in the light, on lap 20. He does love technology. So he's still chasing him down as he goes through La Rousse for the 20th time. 40, what we on now, 48 minutes is it, of this 1.5 hour race. Flash Mexi sticking with Ice Chan.
I think I've spotted the problem then. You say 48, I've got 46.
Ah, right, well, actually, mate, I've drunk a few. Mine could be 46 also, I'm not quite sure.
You just can't see properly.
I can't see it, mate, to be honest. Even with my glasses on, I can't see. I know it's dark, and that's one thing.
Are you sure it's dark?
It is, mate, because when they break, these guys, they break this glowing red hot. Going round this left-hander now. Flash Mexi is really giving it to Ice Chan. Really feeling for Ice Chan at the moment because his heartbeat must be going 10 to the dozen at the moment. No let up for him whatsoever on lap 20. Let's just see if Flash Mexi can get past him down these next few corners, then we'll go down the field just a bit more, see what's happening. No, he can't quite get him, can he? So Paul carrying half a second penalty, currently sitting in 8th position. Then we have Inga Holmes on his own in 9th. Same goes for Unforgiven in 10th. Looks like the back of the field is pretty much spread out at the moment. Jerry Smiles there in 11th place. Leaf, what's it called?
Lee Fitzy.
Thank you very much, Lee Fixie. In 12th on his own, same goes for Tim Silver. So mid to the back of the pack are pretty much spread out. Let's go back up to your leader. Oh, now your leader is under real pressure. Leader is Too Fast For You, currently getting chased down by Thomas. Toten in 3rd. Toten's a little bit off the mark at the moment. But it's looking good for Thomas as he chases down Too Fast For You on lap 21 in the dark, or the light, or whatever you fancy. Are you in the light, mate, or the dark?
It's still daytime. It's yeah.
I'm in the dark. Holy shoot!
Well, there you go. If you want to watch a night race, go to Ian's channel. If you want to watch it in the day, stay here.
I'd rather watch the day channel, mate, to be quite honest with you. But at least we're not seeing just headlights all the time. Let's go back to Toten, just fending off Bailey and Neil Farmack, because he's been some good time, hasn't he, as Neil Farmack, because he's getting a little bit closer to Bailey, currently sitting in 4th place. Just going to run 2 more minutes and we'll go back to Mark on the comms. So Toten in 3rd, followed by Bailey, followed by Neil Farmack. Good little scrappy between 3rd, 4th and 5th position. Let's go on board with Bailey actually. We get the right button, here we go. There's Bailey after Toten. Oh, it's a good drive through that section of the track, doesn't he? Can he hang on to it? Oh, give his brake disc a really good work around there, and Bailey goes up into 3rd. What a pass there from Bailey. Well done, my lad. Neil Farmer goes down the inside of Toten. Is he going to take that 4th position off Toten? Nothing between these two, neck and neck as we come down to La Rouge, whatever you call it. Let's go with these two guys. Here we are, Neil Farmack. Toten, oh, great racing. Kept it nice and clean though, the league. Neil Farmack in 4th, Toten in 5th. Too Fast For You in 1st, followed by Thomas in 2nd. Let's go back with Mark on the comms.
So yeah, Too Fast taking up the lead. I think Toten must have come into the pits because he was a good couple of seconds in front at one point. Although, like you said, he does seem to have dropped off the pace quite a bit. I'm just looking at the tyres and the fuel. So Too Fast His tyres look okay. He's got just over half a tank of fuel. Thomas the same. So these two guys very evenly matched tyre and fuel wise. Bailey with a full tank of fuel and fresh tyres, so he's done well to get out in third and stay there. Same with Neil in fourth. He's got fresh tyres and a full tank of fuel. Same as Totem. So yeah, Totem slightly off the pace, having led for most of the first part of the race. I'm sure he's not going to be content with sitting there in fifth though. So he is getting closer to Neil. As I say, most of the battles, or as Ian said, most of the battles seem to be happening with these guys, these top 4 or 5 guys. And we're just going to go down and have a look what's happening elsewhere. So Ice Chand in 6th, he's followed by Flash Mexi still in 7th. Then we've got Paul in 8th. No pressure coming from anywhere on Paul, so he can just concentrate on his own race now. Got Inca Holmes. He is under a bit of pressure for Unforgiven. I think he got a bit lost there. Went drifting off to the left, tried to correct it and ended up on the grass on the right, and I think he did have a bit of a kiss with Barrier, so that was unlucky for Unforgiven. It looked like he was going to be put some pressure on Inca Holmes. It's now dropped him a good few seconds behind. You can see 6, nearly 7 seconds behind now. Then we've got a long way back to Jerry Smiles in 11th. He really is having a very lonely race. Lee Fitzy in 12th, and then Team Silver in 13th, and to make matters worse, he's picked up a 3-second penalty as well. Fresh tyres and fuel, so that's 3 seconds will be a pit lane infringement, either going in or coming out, more likely coming out. So back up to our leader. Too fast. Thomas not letting him relax.
Wadru got disconnected, mate.
Sorry, Ian?
Wadru got disconnected.
It was Wadru that, yeah, I thought we had 40, so, oh, that was unlucky for Wadru.
Yeah, good guy.
He is very quick. That would have made it very interesting if we could have kept him in the race there, so that's really unfortunate for Wadru. Completely out of our hands, unfortunately. So back to our current leader, Too Fast for Use. Just over a second ahead of Thomas. Then we've got Bailey in third, having a great race. As I said at the beginning of this broadcast, Bailey, I'm sure it was Bailey, was called in at the last minute as a replacement driver. So he agreed to come in, and he's doing a fantastic job. I love that car as well. The livery on it is fantastic, isn't it? His teammate Neil Farmack just behind him in 4th. We're now on lap 24. We've got, what is it, hour and a half? I'm just trying to do the maths and I'm not doing a very good job, so we've got at least another 24 laps to go, I'm sure. You can see the headlights coming on, so it is starting to get dark in my part of the world now. Toten in 5th currently, was our race leader, now dropped down to 5th. Let's have a look, see what we can find. So Ice Chand in 6 on his own, Paul 7th, Inca Holmes 8th, then we've got Flash, Mexi, Unforgiven, Jerry Smiles, Lee Fitzy, all have come into the pits at the same time. Team Silver in 13th, quite a way back from those guys, so I don't think he's going to be able to make any change of position for Team Silver. So back up to Too Fast then. He's doing a fantastic job in that Supra. It has now gone dark. It goes dark very quickly, doesn't it?
I'm in the dark also, mate.
Oh, are you? Just for a few minutes. We may have a. it may actually be joined up for a few minutes. So
maybe a few.
We're both in the dark. So good racing from these guys so far. Thomas in second. It does to me look like he's getting a little bit closer. I think he is. I'm just going to stay with Thomas as we go around the right-hander and head towards. Is it Eau Rouge? Am I saying that right?
Rouge.
Eau Rouge. So as we go through Eau Rouge, Thomas can get in the slipstream of Too Fast. Can he make a move on him? Let's go back up to Too Fast. He can't. Looks like Bailey's now took the fastest lap so far. He's got a 2:17.7. So really is flying. Is Bailey. Let's just have a look. Bailey currently in third. Just a few seconds behind the two guys in front of him. He obviously gets on a lot better in that Genesis than Neil Farmack does. So the top five, no real change. Too Fast, Thomas, Bailey, Neil Farmack and Toten. The nearest Toten is Paul, and he is about 30 seconds away. Something like that. So there is quite a gap between 5th and 6th, and then from 6th to 7th we've got another decent gap. We've got Inca Holmes in 7th. I was just about to say he's under a bit of pressure there, but he's not. I think he's just lapped Team Silver. So Inca Holmes in 7th. Another quite big gap then to Ice Chand, currently in 8th. Flash Mexi in 9th. He's all on his own as well. As is Unforgiven in 10th. As I say, very hard to concentrate when you're on your own. You gotta really sort of concentrate to keep your lap times consistent. So Unforgiven's gone onto the racing softs now. He did start on the mediums. So Unforgiven, another quick driver, so I'm sure he'll be doing everything he can to catch up to the back of Flash Mexi.
I'm just going for a tea break, mate.
Sorry, I lost what?
I'm just going for a break, mate.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go back up and see what's happening in the front. So Too Fast does look like he's starting to stretch away a little bit from Bailey now. He's got the hammer down. I think he is going for it. Bailey's about 3 seconds now behind Too Fast. Neil Farmack seems to have eased off as well a little bit. He's dropped off the back of Bailey. Toten as well seems to be dropping off the pace. Now whether Toten's fuel saving, which he probably is. Toten very good at at saving fuel. And I suspect that's what he's doing at the minute. So Toten down in 5th. Oh, don't believe it. It's gone again. Well, I can only apologise for this. I'm not. It's PD servers kicking us out. We were really enjoying that as well, and now it looks like it's not going to let us back in. I can't do anything. I'm pressing all the buttons and nothing's happening. So just bear with us and see whether we can get back in to the room with these guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Right, let's have a look. Oh, let's kick me out of there now. Right, let's get back in. Unforgiven. Let's just, oh, room not found. Oh, it goes from bad to worse, this does, doesn't it? We're having a fantastic rate.
I'm having the same issues, mate.
Has it kicked you out as well?
It has, mate, yeah.
Let's just hope the race is still going.
No, it won't let me back in, mate.
It's telling me I'm joining room not found. Oh, this is a disaster. We were really enjoying that race as well. I've come out completely. Let's try again. This is all we can do. Just carry on trying. I'm just hoping that the actual race is still going ahead.
Room not found.
Yeah, I'm getting that all the time now. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm just going to keep trying it. I'm just having a look on the chat to see if anybody else is still. I was hoping the race is still going. No, it does look like.
No, won't have it, mate.
I'm getting a few messages now, so it does look like a lot of the guys have been kicked out as well. I think that's, unfortunately, that is going to be the end of the race. So I'm getting a few messages come up now. Too Fast, it looks like he's been kicked out as well. Paul, I think, has been kicked out. Woodrow, as you mentioned earlier, has got kicked out. Thomas, it looks like he may have been kicked out as well. I don't think we're going to get back on tonight by the looks of it, so we may have to
end broadcast.
It does look like the lobby has crashed completely, so we're going to have to keep everybody updated as to what's going to happen. That's a real shame. We were enjoying that, so we're going to end the broadcast. As we've said, we will just have to, if you watch this space, we'll let you know when we can either rerun it or whether they're just going to take the results of where they finish. So I'm sorry about that. This is Mark at Slowpoke Racing signing out.